What's up guys, it's Michael here. In this video, I'm going to do a brief update on the current housing market and the job market. So before I continue on, please click the subscribe button down below and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So as I mentioned, I made a previous video dating around 2022 and sometime around 2021. The housing prices will continue to rise, but eventually whatever comes up will eventually go down. And I also made another video saying how jobs were hiring left and right and they couldn't find people. And now there is actually a revision and change of course beginning of 2023. So you look at multiple articles, for example, CNBC, Market Watch, all the other news articles now showing trending that houses are going down. So first we got to look at the house market. The house market before it was skyrocketing, and people say inflation was caused by giving out stimulus checks, which is only partially true. But at the same time is people's spending habits are mainly what the cause of it, and also supply chain, because there's a lot of other factors that contribute to inflation and what causes the housing crash. So first, when we look at the housing crash, what's going on? So first, housing prices, you gotta note that they're currently start to drop. They're ranging between within single digits around 3 to 4%, ranging all the way up to 30 to 35%. Some extreme cases, even 40%. For example, California and LA, it dropped around 6 to 8%, depending on the area. Look at places like Kansas City, in Kansas, or in Texas, those houses were, certain cities were dropping down to 30% because let's face it, so what's going on? So right now the houses are being sold. The amount of houses being sold, they're still around the same amount. They haven't really changed. There's not a lot of people are selling their houses. It's about the same around spring of 2020. The people want to sell, they're beginning to sell. But the question is, what number changed is the amount of buyers. The people who wanted to buy a house are really in a rush, meaning they couldn't wait anymore. Then when they couldn't even wait, those are people who bought the houses already between 2020 to 2022. Now you have people like the rest of you guys watching this video who should click the subscribe button down below are waiting for the right opportunity because the housing prices are still way too expensive. And now since there are less buyers on the market and the amount of sellers is still pretty much constant because it hasn't really fluctuated based on the data given by multiple companies and articles written. Now, since there's less buyers, that means people are now in a panic. They want to sell their house, but they can't sell it because no one wants to buy it. So prices are starting to taper off. So that's the current update for the housing market beginning of 2023. And for my prediction in 2023, it's going to continue to drop because since the interest rate is still really high, and a lot of people who waited for from 2020 to now, wait for almost 2 years going towards the third year, if they can wait that many amount of time, they're that patient. What's the harm of waiting another year? Because you see the prices are dropping, and maybe it'll drop even more. And my prediction in this case in 2023, and working in real estate for about a year, is they're going to drop even more. Because let's face it, if no one wants to buy, then they're going to drop it low enough to try to get people who are now hesitant to make that move to purchase. Now, looking at the job market, as I mentioned, the job market before is a lot of people were hiring, and now it's still partially the case, but it kind of flipped around. So the job market actually increased payrolls, meaning businesses and companies actually made more money for private payroll companies. And hiring for goods and services, for example, working as a waiter, working as like other supermarkets and jobs, those actually increase based on data given. So all the goods and services and utilities, mainly white collar jobs, are beginning to increase again. Unlike the tech bubble back in 2003 with the internet bubble, back then those decreased, but now they're increasing again because they realize the internet started making a move again, making a boom. But one has been decreasing and still been decreasing from my previous video is blue collar work. So for example, transportation, utilities, other blue collar works, those are dropping. Is because a lot of people don't want to do those type of jobs anymore. It's because of the trend. The trend are moving towards more white collar work and anything financial services, business related services. They rather do something that's less labor intensive because the mindset is anything labor intensive, it does not require a lot of skill, which is, as I mentioned before, is hardly the truth. It's just a perception. Whether it will change back or not, it really depends on the market. If blue collar work, for example, special types of goods and services, or special type of tables, for example, maybe special type of house construction, maybe special type of minerals or designs require blue collar work, then that will make a comeback again. It's just not going to be anytime soon because of perception. that's it for this video, and this is a short update for January of 2023. Hope you guys have a good time. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next time.